Hello everyone, welcome back to a new YouTube cast. Today we're going to be having a look at a game recently played between top left spawning as the yellow Protoss is going to be Astrea, our North American Protoss player, and the bottom right side is going to be Maru, but also a little bit on the bottom right is going to be Astrea. As he's proxying his second pylon, first gate is at home, which means this is just going to be either a regular proxy gate or some weird type of cannon rush, or it's just going to be a proxy gate. I'm not sure why I said cannon rush. It obviously wasn't going to be one of those. Now Maru sees the probe come into vision, looked like normal movement right there. Astrea immediately sees, hey, wait a second, something is proxied on Maru's side as well, as we see the barracks for Maru is in his natural third base location. So both players proxying something. I'm not quite sure who this favors. I'm not very familiar with the proxy gate scenario against the proxy barracks. Honestly, I'm not quite sure what is winning here. As we see a factory coming out here for Maru, a zealot starting for Astrea. I think he's building that because he sees the lack of a barracks. He's probably afraid of some type of early Reaper. In this case, an eBay block as well, as we see the eBay block, and Maru's like, hey, wait a second. There's supposed to be a nexus here already. What's kicking off over here, lads? Zealot starts on the other side of the map, so we're going to see one zealot over here and then one zealot on the side. In his natural base now. Yeah, the zealot here is done, so should be able to start attacking that eBay. Zealot being built from this gateway as well. Chrono boost on that stalker. Let's see what's going to be built here. This is actually quite cute. He's a little too late to kill that SCV, but he tried, and sometimes that's all you can do, really. It's just try. First zealot made his way across the map. Second zealot is on the way as well here. We have SCV coming back. Reaper is making its is on the way back home as well. Oh my god, this is going to be a surround. No, Maru not paying attention. Does not get a surround on the stalker there. Was definitely possible. Second Reaper is out as well. First Reaper is taking a fair amount of damage, and the zealot is getting, he seems like 3 kills. Now this is the end of the stalker though, right? I mean, if Maru doesn't mess it up a second time, he's gonna get this stalker kill here. And in this case, he should definitely full wall the ramp with something. No, doesn't decide not to do it. So zealot plus 2 stalkers walk into the main base. How many Reapers is there right now? There's 2 Reapers. There's 1 heli, and good micro coming out of Maru. Such fantastic micro. Loses 2 SCVs though, and I mean, the 2 SCVs is not that big of a deal. There's a lot of investment here for Astrea. Of course, the gateway, a lot of units being built. Twilight being built at home, most likely going to be going into Blink. And then a natural. Usually we see the natural earlier already. I don't think it's very common to go 3 gate first. Some decent micro here coming out of both players, honestly. Very aggressive Astrea here with those stalkers. Warp gate is about to finish up, and the mine will be able to keep this ramp. So now, every time that Astrea tries to run up a ramp, he's going to lose a stalker. Just 1 stalker at home to deal with these 2 Reapers. Dark Shrine being built, alright. It's something I don't see often, and I said I'm not too familiar with the proxy barracks against proxy gate play, but I'm definitely not familiar with the proxy barracks versus proxy gate into Dark Shrine. Now the 2 Reapers went back home, so won't get any info. I think they saw the lack of no, I don't think they even scouted that. 2 adepts end up finishing here. I'm not quite sure if that was intentional or not. I'm not a massive fan of that. Stalkers are walking up. We'll be able to take out this mine. I think he should have done that a bit faster. This mine is going to finish up though. 3 stalkers being warped in right now. What is this? What? This is the weirdest location. This blocks off absolutely nothing. Bunker is coming down right now here for Maru. Who, I mean, economically is in a fine spot, right? The problem is just he's getting a Viking against someone who's getting DTs. He's supposed to be getting a Raven, or he wants to be getting a Raven, but doesn't seem to be the case whatsoever here. As we have Tech Lab starting on this factory. Do we have anything starting here? Tech Lab as well, could be for Banshee. If this was a full wall, these DTs would have absolutely no chance whatsoever, but with this not being a full wall, it's actually kind of painful for Maru. If 2 DTs get warped in, here comes the first. Second is being warped in as well. Maru not spotting that there is a shimmering here on the map. Look at this stalker positioning. It's absolutely beautiful by Astrea, completely covering that bottom side of the map. We'll get the medevac now needs to recall. Yeah, this is good play. This is good play by Astrea, and he's gonna be able to deny another scout at least temporarily. He realizes most likely He is gonna get scouted, so he should send in these 2 DTs right now. Oh, the DTs are already in the main base. I'm sorry, I missed that. Cars are on the other side doing a little bit of damage, but I don't think we'll be able to do much more than 2 or 3 workers. Big scan as Raven is not done yet. Doesn't get anything. Both DTs survive for now. Is there a second scan? No, there's not, but there will be in a couple of seconds. These DTs should be going back in. Good depot wall, even though temporary. Will save an SCV life or 2. Here comes the next scan. Will Maru use it? Yes, there we go. Scan gets used. Raven is about to pop as well, and we still see a DT here chilling in the back. Oh. Oh, well. Mine's barely not in range, I guess. That sucks. 7 workers went down, though. There's no blink yet, so... I mean, this is... It's playable for Maru, perhaps. His natural is about to finish up. And his... he's down 10 workers, though. No stim, no upgrades. He really doesn't have all that much going on for him as the orbital starts flying over. Yeah, blink. About halfway done. 2 more gateways being built here. 4 pylons on the way. No pro production. I'm not too sure about that here, Astrea. Such a good eco lead. Like, you don't need to go 5 gate here. Or 4 gate in this case. You could just stay 3 gate and put on decent amounts of pressure. I love this DT here, by the way. Once these stalkers are pressuring the front, this DT can come in from the back, or if they manage to blink into a main base. All of that could be really cool. This DT over here as well, already anticipating a later on 3rd base. DT blink? I feel like he's just styling on him at this point, and I'm not quite sure if he can. He's moving the DT. I'm not a fan of this move yet. I think it hits too early. He's going to be able to get 1 worker. Good pull. This needs to be a recall now on this DT, or it's just going to die. Or he should have waited for blink so he could blink out, but... I mean, he knows there's a Raven. Oh, this was the play! He pulled back all the Marines and the Raven, and then blinks in for the tank. I love that. This was great. I kept thinking he wanted to do it the other way around. So, you're going with the Stalkers first and kill workers, but... Astrea has a killing mind, and he wants to do some damage with these stalkers. He wants to kill units. He doesn't want to kill eco. He's happy with his eco already. Blink up does not work out there. I want to blink into that main base, but does not get vision for long enough, as it was a low HP stalker. Now what else are we seeing here? No 3rd CC yet. We'll go down now. That's cool. No 3rd base here, but we'll also go down soon. We see stalkers moving in a position where the tanks don't really reach yet. How many tanks is there right now? There's 3 tanks. 3rd tank will start moving into position. Siege is up, and Astrea can move forward. He is right now on 9 stalkers. You need 11 stalkers to one-shot a tank. So perhaps if he had 11 or 12 stalkers, he could blink in, snipe 2 tanks, and piss off again. But I don't think that's gonna be the case here. We see a Banshee moving out. There's no cloak though, is there? No, so it's just going to be a single bench. You get spotted by these DT. This is so unlucky, or unlucky. It sucks. It honestly does suck. As Astrea is going to be able to get this Banshee, and with that Banshee dying, so does all the aggression that Maru had on the map. He can still send a Raven around, but with DTs being available, I don't think he really wants to do that. We see Storm charge as a follow-up, no forges whatsoever. I think Astrea is actually putting himself in a bit of a dangerous spot here. He has a very, very large lead, or had a very large lead, and now the longer this game goes on, I feel like the better it starts looking for Maru here, who is at 72 supply. He's getting double E-base. A worker does fall, but with the amount of probe cuts that Astrea's had throughout this game already, he's gonna need to do some real damage here with the next phase. I mean, he's killed enough workers, 19 so far already, and he's still only up 7 at this point. The 3rd base was faster for Maru. We see 4 gases going down, and for the first time I look at Maru's base, I'm like, he actually has infrastructure. You know, 3 racks are about to finish up. Of course, the infrastructure here for Astrea is way better, like 1,000,000 times better. We have 7 gateways done, 1 more on the way. Is there a robo? Yes, there is. Here comes the first forge as well, and the prison. These Templar have storm. I mean, tech-wise and infrastructure-wise, Astrea is in such a sick spot, but these upgrades are looking a little bit scary, as this forge is going to be late, so there's going to be phases in which Maru is going to have 1-1 against 0-0 upgrades, and unless there's going to be a second forge added, there might even be 2-2 versus +1 situations, which means 3 upgrade lead for Maru, and it's very, very difficult to see Terran lose a fight if they're up 3 upgrades. I mean, they barely lose fights when they're down upgrades, let alone up Big tank count as well, so very, very safe here for Maru. See a probe over here, and the 4 Templar drop is coming in. Most likely going to be moving out with his entire army. Yes, here we go. And then try the storm on top of those Marines, really. I mean, even without combat shield. Like, I mean, especially without combat shield, that's going to be super painful. There's no vision of this army, though, so everything Astrea is going to be doing... Hey, what was that? That was the DT from earlier. Did he actually finish DT Blink? I'm not too sure about that. As we have... for Templar, it's going to be a drop. It's not going to be an attack, actually. So I kind of like this. Going to be able to... That's a nasty drop. That was really close to getting like 16, 17. He only ended up getting 8 in the end, but still managed to keep his lead in income for now. But I'm getting scared. Once this 1-1 finishes, Maru has a good defensive position. I mean, there's 6 tanks. There's a turret over here. There's 2 turrets over there. And what really is the play here for Astrea, I wonder. He's gonna get +1 armor, he's getting more zealots. He's gonna try to drop into the main, but good luck with that, my friends. Definitely not gonna work. His main army really isn't all that big either. Armory is on the way, so 2-2 will start soon. Forge is, second Forge is on the way as well, so we're gonna see at least 2-1 upgrades here for Astrea, which is nice and also very necessary. He's gonna lose this. Oh. Not gonna lose it, just gonna relax. Starts the recall as we see 2 Vikings were starting for Maru to deal with this prism. Armory is about to finish up a little late, but 2-2 will start soon. Here come the Marines, will be able to take out the hallucination and 2-3 Stalkers before... that's gonna be 4 Stalkers. That's very, very painful. Astrea floating a lot of money, so is Maru, but... Maru is in a decent position. After what seemed to be a terrible early game, I feel like he did a good job getting back into it. And now we have... this situation where I'm like, perhaps, you know, perhaps this is okay for Maru. If he can survive for a little longer, if those 2-2 upgrades end up finishing. I mean, this is a scary army, don't get me wrong. As long as there's no Ghost, Archons, Charge Lots and Templar are really, really powerful. But, I mean, so are tanks. These tanks are in a good position. There's a turret here, there's going to be some type of semi-wall off as well. 4th base on the way for Maru. I mean, how is Astrea gonna break this, honestly, without an upgrade lead? He's going into double Robo Bay right now. And he has 2 Templar into this prism. I mean, this is just gonna be a rough play. This is gonna be so difficult for Astrea to deal with. Setting 1 Zealot forward is gonna tank a tank shot. No, it's not. 4th base is done. 73 workers against 66 for now. As we have Astrea just posturing, not really too keen on attacking. And I can understand why. I mean, this is a powerful looking army and there's a decent wall here. Maru scans that 4th base. Like, okay, that's interesting. I have 2-2 soon. I'm gonna get Enhanced Shockwave. And I already have 3 Ghosts out. I'm gonna build 1 more. What more do you want here, my friend? I'm not sure if there's very much more that Maru would like. As we see Viking production starting, but instead... of Colossi, Astrea is just building straight Colossi, or straight Disruptor. So Viking gonna be kind of useless. Liberator would have been the preferred option here. This is Observer Speed, I believe. I always confuse the 2 logos or the 2 icons. Pylon going down here with Astrea has fantastic map vision, by the way. Look at that. It's like a little ring around the bases of Maru. See Maru moving forward. Once he establishes this 4th base, I'd say this game is in his advantage, relatively speaking at least, where before it was really bad and he managed to get into a good position. So imagine what he can do from what looks to be like an even position. He's gonna lose a couple of tanks in this even position, so that sucks. Planetary is not quite done yet, so good feedback, good storms as well here by Astrea, who is gonna get a lot of the Ghost feedbacked. Completely devoid of energy now. Still have this weird run by. I don't quite know what the plan here is for Astrea, who's just kind of chilling. For Disruptors, we have a Stargate on the way, as well as a +1 airweb. Is he gonna get the carriers? He strikes me as a carrier player, not as a Tempest dude. I'd be very, very surprised if he ends up playing Tempest. We have Maru adding 3 more racks, more tanks being added as well, as he's gonna go up back to 7 tanks, and I guess it's gonna be 8 Rex. Yes, 8 Rex is gonna be the case. And Maru's just playing. I don't think Maru quite knows what type of position he's in. He knew that his early game was really bad, and at this point he's just like, okay, what I want right now is just to not die, and then in a longer game I'm gonna be able to beat this American, hopefully. Even though that American is getting a pretty decent bank over here. 2k minerals in the bank, 500 gas. He's on 8 gas already. Interesting move forward here. A couple of decent storms. No, those were good storms, not just decent. Disruptor shots hitting a lot as well. Maru a little bit sloppy with the control over there. Oh my god. Have his army out of position as well as Astrea moves in. Disruptor shot will not hit anything. And a morphing Archon die. So altogether, unit loss still looks relatively even, but you really see the difference in mining that they have over time, really. And this is a run by I haven't seen in a while. This used to be really popular, where you'd get like 15-20 zealot run bys, and then you just storm the SCVs that come to repair the planetary, which I always loved that move. Here we see actually no repair, man. It's gonna save the SCVs at least, but Maru being reset back to 3 bases right now. Astrea's gotta be feeling pretty good about this, as he is banking a lot of cash. He has a good army, he's getting good upgrades. Disruptors as well. He shouldn't be this far forward though, that's silly. Big observer over here. Not quite sure what it's doing there, but make sure nothing moves up this ramp. He's lacking some vision in this area. I wouldn't mind to see this observer. Yes, there we go, Astrea. You go, girl. As he gets a little bit better vision of that army that perhaps eventually wants to retake a fort, even though there seems to be no intention there yet for Maru. I think the plan here for Maru is trying to get a very good fight and then straight counterattack into a win. Big disruptor shots once again. Tanks are falling like they don't belong in this game. I see the Zealots charging forward as well. This trade is going to end up going pretty okay for Maru. Oh no, it's going to hit one more big disruptor shot on top of 3 Marauders, but this is not a good eco, right? Definitely not a fan of it. There's a lot of money in the bank here for Astrea. What's his production like? 12 gateways should be plenty with 2 robos especially. He also has a Stargate which he can use. I don't think he has yet. No, single Stargate not used yet. Wowee. 12 DTs over here, and they do have Blink from that early game. Now, this base is definitely going to fall real quick, but I'm not even sure if it's going to be necessary. As we see Astrea pushing forward with 2 Disruptors. I wouldn't mind if he just sits back a little bit. I mean, it's 3 base against... Yeah, I guess 4th mining base now in the entire game for Maru against... what's soon going to be potential 6 mine bases here for Astrea. Look at these guys. Is he gonna blink in? No, he should just walk as there's no turret here. Does Maru see though what's kicking off? No, he can't. He absolutely has no idea. And that's a 3-hit. And the command center dies. No lift here coming out of Maru. Big disruptor hits and mediocre disruptor hits. That's gonna be big. Yes, 2 Marauders and a Ghost as well. Very good trades here so far for Astrea. More units lost for Maru and also way less mined. You see the DTs were pushing forward, but definitely not necessary if you're on 6 base versus, well, essentially 36 workers out of 10 on this 3rd base. So we see the difference in income. 1100 resources against 3100. 82 workers against 61. But out of those 61, only about 22, 23 are going to be mining any type of resource. You see 2 disruptors on the map, 2 more are on the way here. And Maru, I don't know what his plan is here. Let's see what he has planned. I think he's going to pull the SCVs. He also absolutely has to, right? There's no way he's going to take a fight. But his map vision is awful. He has no clue even about this base or this base. So he's going to be real sad when he learns about that. Even if he would kill 2 bases at this point, I still feel like his army is way inferior. He saw it. EMP scan. Misses an EMP. And meanwhile does go for what was the intention of a semi-base trade, but Maru definitely can't win something like that. There's too many bases here for Astrea, so Maru moves back, tries to get a couple of good EMPs out, and here come the disruptors once again. We'll be able to get big disruptor hits. Oh my god, Maru. What is happening with you? You're losing absolutely everything. GG gets called, and Astrea wins submarine against Maru. Congratulations to him. Now, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That helps me a lot up there. And I have more videos down here, so be sure to have a look at that as well. Thanks all for watching. Bye-bye.